The United States is home to over 500 high schools with nicknames related to the American Indians. West Virginia has at least 7, like Morgantown High School, home of the Mohegans. The West Virginia Water Research Institute monitors the water quality not only for the wildlife in the area, but also for human consumption. Legislative ruling went into effect this month, which requires volunteers to have more training before they can step inside of a truck and battle a blaze. The new interchange will create a new exit off I-79, creating an alternative entrance around the hillside up to the new ballpark and the rest of the University Town Center. I'm Devin Dye, and straight ahead on WVU News, I'll tell you why volunteer fire departments are struggling to keep the doors open. I'm Devin Dye, and coming up this week on WVU News, I'll tell you why it'll soon be easier for you to access the University Town Center.
Reporter Devin Dye joins us now in the studio with more on the new traffic pattern.
Thanks, Mike and Jessica. Officials say the interchange will reduce accidents and increase traffic capacity near Granville. I spoke with highway officials about the change. Morgantown drivers aren't strangers to the mess leading to Granville's University Town Center. Heavy traffic flow makes the stoplight seem like an endless delay.
I think it's really bad. It creates a lot of traffic in one place, and the light doesn't last very long, so people run the light trying to get through the intersection, and I've seen a couple accidents there.
The West Virginia Division of Highways has developed a plan to create a new I-79 interchange between the Westover and Star City exits. Division of Highways District Manager Greg Phillips says the plans are fueled by Morgantown's continuous growth.
Montague County has went from 51,000 to over 100,000 people just in a short period of time. It's one of the largest growing cities in the United States of America.
The new interchange is getting partially funded from the $96 million Morgantown tax increment signed by Governor Earl Ray Tomblin earlier this year. The same increment that is funding the new ballpark for the WVU baseball program. The new interchange will create a new exit off I-79, creating an alternative entrance around the hillside up to the new ballpark and the rest of the University Town Center. The construction is said to better serve the people of Morgantown in the long run.
No, it's just going to be a long process. It'll be very time consuming, be a little bit of delays for people, but once it's completed, it'll be a wonderful addition to the county of Mon and also the city of Morgantown.
The project is expected to get underway next spring. Engineers hope to be right on time for the opening of the new ballpark. Devin Dye, WVU News, Morgantown. The ballpark is expected to open in 2 years. The new exit will also provide access to the Milan Park Expo Center. Mike and Jessica, back to you.
Reporter Devin Dye has more on how local American Indians are reacting.
The American Indians are a proud race of people who have made the United States their home long before the Europeans arrived. They have been struggling with equal rights ever since. The Washington Redskins of the National Football League have been under a lot of pressure by Indian Nation leaders to change the franchise's signature nickname and logo. Mark Tayak says the term Redskin comes from the time when early settlers would scalp Indians for a bounty.
When the face would run red from blood, that's where the term Redskin came about. It was not the color of a person's skin. It was not face paint that was put on someone's face. So when we understand the term Redskin and how it came about, we have to ask ourselves, does that honor a race of people?
The United States is home to over 500 high schools with nicknames related to the American Indians. West Virginia has at least 7, like Morgantown High School, home of the Mohegans. The other 6 are the Bridgeport Indians, Berkeley Springs Indians, Sissonville Indians, Parkersburg Big Reds, Pocahontas Warriors, and the Hurricane Redskins.
We would not, as a society, I'm not saying government, but as a society, we would not tolerate other names that we believe to be racial slurs to be used.
You can visit changethemascot.org to learn more about the fight with the Washington Redskins. Devin Dye, WVU News, Morgantown.